The Voos place.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know what a voos play is. Well, if you come now, listen. Especially if you come down from Huxford towards Kingsnimpton, and you don't go the little backy road, you go up towards Smitha. On the corner there, that was all hedge, but now you see it's been knocked down and the hedge moved in, and that is a voos play.
It is, but there is another definition of a Voos play.
What's another one?
Well, if you go down the Cadham Strait and look up towar's New Barn, there are several passing places.
Oh, is that? I thought it was a passing place.
That's a passing place.
Yeah, Voos place, a view. You have a view, don't you?
All right, okay.
Well, you might be right. I might be wrong.
Well, no, make any odds, and it's a beautiful view anyway.
But it's a lovely view, and there's a splay there you can have the view from.
They should teach it in the school.
It would be
well,
nice.
They do in Cornwall, don't they? If they're going to teach bloody Cornish, why don't they teach Devonshire?
Which brings me to another thing. Why can't you buy proper Devon cream in the middle of Devon, and it's got to be Cornish?
Yeah, but it doesn't make any odds, does it? Because it all comes from the same place. They put a different label on it.
I don't know about that.
No,
I think Devon's better. Yeah.
Well, you don't have scones, do you? You have cut rounds.
Cut rounds, yes. You don't have scones and cream in Devon. You have cut rounds, they call it. And they are different from scones.
And also, if you ever won a prize of wine, it was always table
wine. Yes.
Table wine.
You know, and dear old Mrs. Snell down in New Barn used to make wine, and she said, "I made some table wine."
Table wine.
Yeah.
And you don't like to ask her what the other sort is.
What sort of wine? What would you do with the other wine? But not put it on the table, I suppose.
Yeah.
Communion wine.
Communion wine, yes.
I remember you telling me a story as well, Ron, about one of the Westcotts having a conversation with somebody from London.
Oh, that was beautiful. Now, Will Westcott was over there and he was talking to a gentleman from London. Yeah, come up as a holiday.
From London.
Yeah.
Yes.
And John Eyre was here. And they'd been speaking for some time. And Will Westcott then turned away from him. He said to John Eyre, he said, "I don't know what the hell he's talking about."
I know, yeah. I know. Wonderful. And he, oh gosh, that reminds me of another person who spoke Devon, or spoke English with a Devonshire.
Belgium.
Yes. The guy who used to run the shop next door to Glebe House, Mr. Bergman, was a refugee from Belgium. And he learnt English in Devon. He learnt it in Kingsnimpton. So he didn't speak English at all. He spoke Devon with a Belgian accent, and people used to speak Devon in those
Well, I think the last native-speaking real Devonshire person who couldn't speak any English was Frida Moore.
Yes.
I think so.
And the poor also ended up couldn't speak at all.
No, couldn't speak at all because she had a stroke, didn't
That's
her?
right.
When you say she couldn't speak English, I mean...
Well, she could speak Devonshire.
Devon. It was Devon.
And she'd leave a note, and it would be written in Devonshire.
Roll, be grain into mould.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And sort of did it phonetically like that. It was marvellous.
Of course, she had a life because she looked after Ashley, her husband, who was no good to man or beast. Then there was Siddy, who was daft as a carrot.
Yes.
Then there was David, her son, who never made a lot of himself. And then there was Bert Holmes, her
brother.
No, Ashley's her brother.
Her brother.
And I remember going down to Big Goods once, and she was slaving away over the Rayburn, making stuff and that. And the four of them were lined up alongside the bench behind the table there, just sitting there.
That's right, yeah.
You know, unbelievable.
She was a darling, really, old Mrs. Moore.
Brilliant. She looked after us when Mother was
in
hospital.
I remember
selling pasties.
Yes, and also at Roland's wedding, going round saying to people, "Do we have another bit of teddy tart?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have another?
I said, make some teddy tart for you. Have a pasty, you come a long way.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just trying to think if there's anybody local. Anthony Tucker has a fair smattering of Devonshire.
And also Terry Irwin.
Terry Irwin, yeah.
I mean, nowadays, very few. Well, I suppose there are quite a few characters in the village, but they were all Devon characters, weren't they?
Because that's one of the things I'm interested in, is the fact that Devon dialect is disappearing fast.
Too quick. I mean, none of those children in that school speak it.